Hey everyone, and today I'm gonna show you how I do my Instagram pictures slash how I do flatlays slash how I edit my Instagram pictures. I don't know what you want to call this video, but basically I'm just going to show you my process. And before we start, I always make sure to use natural daylight because natural daylight will improve your picture quality a lot, and it's very important to always have good lighting if you want to have a good picture. So I use a lot of things for my flatlays, and don't feel like you have to stick to a certain theme. You can use everything basically. I like to use notes just because I think they look very pretty along with my journal, and also I use magazines sometimes. I just picked this magazine because it fit the theme, because I always color coordinate my flatlays, but mostly I use pictures, and you can also use pictures if you don't have many magazines just like me. Also I use stickers, and also occasionally I will use my notebook. You can open the pages and include them in your flatlays, or just the closed notebook. And occasionally I will include some makeup items, and of course I will always include some pens which match the theme, and I usually also include a Tombow pen if it matches the theme, and if not, I just use my regular gel pens. So here I'm just laying out the things how I want them to be, and I don't have a certain rule for this. I just do whatever I want, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's just that I just try to fill up every empty space. And also I decided to use a magazine, and since it didn't hold up, I put a tape holder onto it. And I oftentimes do this with makeup. If it doesn't stick to the place where I want it to be, I just tape it down with some tape, obviously. And you can also do this with your pens if they don't stay at the place. And yeah, that's basically everything. Here I'm just taking the pictures, and I mostly take the pictures with my phone, and occasionally I will use my camera, but I don't do this that often. And I always try out different angles when I make a photo, and when I do the flat ray overview, I always try to include everything, and then I will do my close-ups, and yeah. So moving on onto how I edit my pictures, I first go to my gallery and choose a picture I want to use, and this usually takes some time. And then I go to ViscoCam, and here I just import the picture, and then I am going to edit it. I mostly use this filter A6, and I usually use something between 5.0 or 6.0. It depends on the picture and the lighting. Here I used 5.9, and then I rotated the picture and saved it to my gallery. And then I went to Instagram, and I do most of the editing on the Instagram app. I know it's not that professional, but I didn't found an app which works for me yet, so I just use Instagram. And then I'm cropping the picture of how I wanted it to be. And then I usually adjust the brightness and also the contrast. And then I give the picture some structure, and I also turn on the saturation because sometimes the color gets lost. And then I turn off the shadows just because I like this style more. And then I sharpen the picture because it most of the time loses its sharpness because I turn off the shadows. And here the picture was too light for me, so I turned off the highlights and turned down the brightness. So then I take a screenshot and I go to the app called Preview, and I use this app to plan my feed, and I upload a picture every time I edit a picture. And I know there are better apps for Apple, but I didn't find a good one for Android yet. So I just upload the picture and see if it matches the theme, and I usually use this just for the brightness, not for the color, because I don't really care for the color, if that makes sense. And I'm not really a feed planner. I don't know. So then I am just saving this as a draft, and then I include my close-ups. And just because whenever I do a flat ray like this, I always like to include some close-ups because most of the time the flat ray won't show up in the first picture, if that makes sense. And then I just turn on the brightness of the close-ups because I don't really edit them, because you obviously don't really see them in the feed. So yeah, that's basically everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I could help you somehow with this video, and I hope I could answer all of your questions. And thank you so much for watching. I see you in my next video. Bye! See you soon!